So not everybody is lucky enough to be able to come and see you. But let's talk about your books. I know you have several books out.
Well, I do. I have three. This one here is my main book, and it is now 11 years the #1 bestseller, #1 in Amazon.com. So it's gone
in its
all
category.
over the world.
In the category of?
In the category of psoriasis, #1.
Mm-hmm.
And then many times it carries the #1 label on skin ailments and general diseases.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Diseases, right. It's in there, not as #1, but #1 on psoriasis has been for 11 years. That's this one. Then it just required that since diet was so important, I had to do a cookbook. This is the cookbook that accompanies this book.
Nice outfit.
Yeah, that's me there.
You're cooking a seagull?
Huh?
Are you cooking a seagull?
A seagull? No, that's my logo. That's my logo. That's a good question. But it's got over 300 recipes designed for the ad, and a nice color section, showing you different cases and how they cleared up. And it has a first section tells you the history, or that is the physiology of it. The back section is on new aspects of the disease, and 300 pages of 300 recipes. And my latest book, out about 1.5 years now, is this one, One Cause, Many Ailments, The Leaky Gut Syndrome. And that was published by the ARE Press, the Edgar Cayce Foundation. And these two books you have to get in bookstores. These two you buy in the bookstore. This one here, however, you can only get it through our company. And this is not available through bookstores. So, and they can get that online. And
they can buy it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble online.
Yeah, those two books you can. The cookbook only by calling us directly.
Okay.
We have a website. It's www.psoriasis-healing.com.
Okay.
Psoriasis-healing.com. And that'll give you our website, and there's order page for those who may want to do that. But if people wonder, whether you can get well or not by just following the book, I don't even try to convince them anymore. I just say, go to Amazon.com, go to Healing Psoriasis, my book. There's 100 book reviews on it, 87 of which are 5-star. About another 10 or 14 are 4-star, and then 2 or 3 1-star. I don't know why, but I'll take that. I don't mind that. I'll take that easily.
Yeah.
So
I've actually read some of them, and people are so grateful to you for all the research that you've done.
Cathy, what you just said is my greatest reward. When you see how people's lives change because of this, what greater reward can a physician have? I can't think of any. I can't. Yeah. And I've lectured all over the world, and the story is always the same. Nobody talks about diet. Well, I'm talking about diet. And I'm telling the patients who have psoriasis, know what the diet is and follow it. And you can free yourself from this disease.
Thank you for doing this with me, because I think you're going to be able to reach a lot of people.
Well, to give them hope.
Yeah.
Give them hope.
So anybody watching, if you know somebody who's suffering from psoriasis or even optic neuritis, please pass this video on to them and let them know that there is help and there is hope.
There is an answer. I have a new optic neuritis case now. I think you spoke to her yourself. I have this optic neuritis case coming to me. On the 3rd visit, she's beginning to see shadows. She's beginning to read newspaper up close, but she had to hold it up close. And she can read signs on the highway that she couldn't do before.
That's wonderful.
If I clear this case up, that's my next book. Is going to be Healing Optic Neuritis Holistically.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I was telling her a story, and I don't know if you remember this, but it was the first night after you had adjusted my neck, and I was I was taking a shower, and I was praying really intensely because I was, so nervous and so scared, and it was just very intense. And I was praying, please God, let my sight come back. And I only had it in one eye. And there were two lights, like side-by-side lights in the bathroom at the time, and one suddenly went out and came back on, and it did that twice. And I knew that was a sign to me that my sight was going to come back. And when I came out of the shower and was in the hallway, I was starting to see again.
Mm-hmm.
And years later, I asked Sheila Gillette, who channels Theo, the 12 Archangels, I asked her about that, and I said, what was that? And she said it was the angelic presences letting you know that your sight would come back.
See, I believe in such things.
I do too. I do too, and I experienced it.
People who don't believe in it but still responded, even though they don't believe in it.
Right.
But I think we have to get back to our spiritual life. We have a life out there based on spirituality that we ignore. And as long as you ignore it, it's not going to respond. So my suggestion is have faith in the higher forces. And you may not miraculously, 1, 2, 3, have it, although I've seen that happen. But it will lead you. It might lead you to the right doctor, or it might lead you to the right article to read, or something like that. But if you don't have that faith, the chances are it won't come where it's not invited. You see?
And there's so much Edgar Cayce information out there too. And since your work is based on Edgar Cayce, I would recommend that people read about him and how he incorporates spirituality was a big part of what he did too. There's the Edgar Cayce website, which is edgarcayce.com. And now they have all the information. We used to have to get the circulating files way back in the day.
Now it's all
online, which is great.
Do it.
So whenever you have some kind of illness, you can just go online and look it up for yourself. Look up what Edgar Cayce would say to do.
Sure, and it has many diseases, that can give you new insight into it. So they say the biggest criticism would be that, well, it's not scientific.
It works. It works.
But you hear me?
Yes.
They say it's not scientific. Well, the point is it works.
Right.
Now the scientists should go in and try to figure out why it works, not criticize it. See? So that's it. I might mention one thing more to you.
Okay.
That at the present time, I am working on a painting that I haven't touched the brushes for 30 years. Because most of my paintings, as you know, was on horses and stuff like that, which I love. Anyway, I'm doing a painting of when the woman appeared before Edgar Cayce. I've been wanting to do this picture for literally 40 or 50 years. Now I feel ready.
Oh, that's great.
When it's ready, I'll let you know.
Okay. She was like an angel, right? Did he describe her as an angel?
Yeah, like an apparition. Right.
I wonder if that's the same angel that was the angelic presence that Sheila referred to, or Theo referred to, that was with me when...
Who knows? Well, who knows?
Who flicked the lights.
That. I would say there's always that possibility.
Because if that's the person who granted him the wish,
yes.
I wonder if she was beside him, if she was an influence in all the healings. I don't know how you find out. I
would accept that. I, for one, would accept, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. Let them think what they want. What I want to do is get the results, get the reason, and you don't have to explain it.
Yeah. Okay, well, this has been great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cathy, for the opportunity. I hope you reach a lot of people. Let them know that they don't have to live with this disease, and keep what I call my definition. The patient should keep my definition of psoriasis. Medically, they don't have a definition. They have a description, but not a definition. My definition now is psoriasis is the external manifestation of the body's attempt to throw off internal toxins.
Okay. Do you want to say your email address?
My email address is info@psoriasis- in the middle of the line, healing.com. Okay. Same as my website, except it's info@.
All right. Thank you.
Cathy, wonderful seeing you again. You look great.
Thanks. You too. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.